Blurb.
Hey there, people of the internet, friends and family. Welcome to the channel. I'm your host, D-Rex, and welcome to my new office space. Very different from the previous videos you've seen. Yeah. But anyway, so today we are reacting to what was it again? Wait, Flash versus Sonic. Wally West versus Archie Sonic. I hope I pronounced that right. I feel like I didn't. Forgive me. But, alright. So, two speed devils. One can break the very fabric of time and space. And the other one is also fast. So I know more about the Wally West Flash. I actually did not know about this Sonic the Hedgehog. The only Sonic the Hedgehog I grew up watching was Sonic X. I do remember watching the original Sonic cartoon from way back when, but I don't really remember a whole lot about it. But my youngest brother, he used to watch Sonic Underground all the time, so I do know a little bit about Sonic. I did watch the preview preliminaries for this battle a while ago, so just to give off my first predictions before we go in watching this, I'm honestly not sure. He's like, yes, Wally West Flash, just like his predecessor Barry Allen, could Barry Allen go tap into the Speed Force and travel back through time? I want to say he could, but I can't remember for sure. Anyway, so yes, Flash can, travel back through time, reset the timeline, all that stuff. But yeah, this version of Sonic can also move while time is frozen. It's like basically breaks the laws of. Alright, we're just gonna fast forward. Blah blah blah. There we go. This is what we want, not some advertisement.
Speed. It's the ultimate sensation on the human body.
And today we're pitting together two of the fastest characters out there.
With these two, speed is far more than simply moving fast. Wally West, the fastest Flash from DC Comics.
And Sonic from Archie Comics, the most supersonic
the Wally West Flash I just know mostly from Justice League cartoon. Great cartoon. Love it. Especially the dynamic between Batman and Wonder Woman. I love that pairing.
The year was 1985, and the multiverse was in crisis. Infinite Earths were on the brink of total annihilation.
But one man could save the day by running really, really, really fast. The Flash.
To save everything and everyone, Barry Allen sacrificed his life.
But the Flash wasn't all gone. Barry had a sidekick. You might say a protege. Wally West.
Despite the impressive amount of coincidences Barry needed to gain his speed,
darn it, Boomstick.
The powers of the Scarlet Speedster. But for
Wally's girlfriend who introduced him visited while Flash had a chemical lab set up exactly like it was when he got his powers. Then, just like Barry, Wally got struck by lightning that knocked him into the chemicals, and boom, Flash powers.
Coincidence? I think not.
I would say this kid was super lucky, but he did get struck by lightning.
The true reason? Because Speed Force, a dimension of infinite kinetic energy which all Flashes draw their power from.
And the DC writer's favorite scapegoat for retcons.
With his newfound ability,
let's be honest, that's true.
Crime-fighting heroics as Kid Flash, strong of head and light.
Guys, I just want to make sure I'm reading all this properly. Married to Linda Park, she's been part of the Teen Titans, Flash family, of course, and Justice League of America. Wielded Dr. Manhattan's powers via the Mobius chair. Lex Luthor has no idea who this is. And Lex Luthor says he's the smartest man on the planet.
Light of heart, he was more than a sidekick. He was a surrogate son.
So when Barry went poof, naturally Wally stepped up to be the next Crimson Comet himself.
As the Flash, stop doing that. Wally obviously
Why?
possesses
It's
incredible
great.
speed, easily surpassing that of light. He can run non-stop for multiple days.
Forget running. This guy looks at reality and spits in its face before giving it a swirly.
Wally can manipulate each and every one of his molecules to, for instance, survive the inside of a black hole. Barry even
Dang.
was generated from a cloud of gas.
I bet
Wait,
he
wait,
never
wait,
has
wait,
any
what?
trouble with Narbs.
Wait, go back, go back.
Generated from a cloud of gas.
Huh?
Bet he never has any trouble with Narbs.
Narbs?
No apparent reason, boners? They're devious. Always popping up where you least expect them.
Wally can create tornadoes, toss. For example, by vibrating his body at very precise frequencies, he can turn invisible, phase through objects, tear
Okay,
things apart
I knew he
while
could
phasing
phase
them,
through
and
objects.
even enter fourth-dimensional space.
So
Wait,
you're
wh-
saying he'd never be able to do any of this if he was dumb?
Well, that's exactly what I decided to find out when I laced your beer with cosmic kinetic energy. It'll kick in later. With a touch, Wally can see another speed and use it for
Boosting
himself.
being the lab
Specifically,
rat.
he can take a person's kinetic energy, instantly
Hold
stopping
on.
them in.
Speed for super speed, blah blah blah. Okay. Ooh, Flash knows martial arts. I actually did not know that. Boxing, chi focus, judo, karate, and kung fu. Impressive.
in their tracks or even freezing them for centuries, even from those who are not linked to the Speed Force like Superman.
And his infinite mass punch can knock you across the whole planet.
Applying the laws of relativity, as Wally's fist approaches light speed, its mass technically grows to an infinite degree, striking with kinetic energy equivalent to a white dwarf star, or about 2.6 octillion tons of force.
Dang.
In fact, increasing the vibrational speed even further could break the universe.
The biggest nuke ever tested was 50 megatons.
Whoa.
One punch from Wally is like...
I did not realize how OP Flash was. It's like, just because of how DC has done things over the past couple years, I'm just gonna say I'm more of a Marvel fan than DC. But just, what would happen if Superman got hit by that mass punch from Flash? Let me know in the comments.
40 million of those.
Even more
Enix.
beings far beyond any physical dimension and immune to ordinary physics.
So, like a prism, Wally changed Superman's heat vision into super space magic to blast them all.
All this is absolutely insane to contemplate, but it is important to remember
Wow.
that Wally is somehow still human.
And a huge dork, but a fun one, not like Wiz over here. I mean, he got married and has kids, so...
Boomstick, I'm married.
What?
To my work. And Wally's family is sort of a cosmic lightning rod rooting him to reality when he time travels. Right? Boomstick, he can time travel. Isn't that fascinating?
I feel like you're trying to give me the...
He can outrun the Speed Force itself,
Well, he's
even
so
running
fast,
to
he
the
could
end of
think
reality where the
multiple thoughts at once
concept
and
of
throw.
death no longer exists.
One time...
Wait, hold on, go back.
Concept
Go back,
outrun
go
the
back.
Speed Force itself, even running to the end of reality where the concept of death no longer exists.
One time, he beat these gambler gods in a race across the universe, and, they could teleport.
To win, Wally achieved trans-time velocity in less than 1 unit of Planck time, which is so infinitesimal, it is the absolute edge of measurable time itself. He was so
What?
fast, reality does not have any means to calculate or even comprehend his speed.
That's f***ing crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. Are we sure? They said he's human, but are we sure he's not above superhuman? Good lord.
But for some reason, Wally still felt unworthy of the Flash mantle. Come on, man. Look at everything you can do.
Until one day, Barry returned.
Because Speed Force.
To determine
yeah.
the fastest Flash of all, Wally and Barry raced each other. This simple
Defeated
contest
Reverse
nearly
Flash.
tore
Oh, he
apart
beat
the
Superman.
entire
Nice. Maybe
multiverse.
that answers my question about
Our
the
kid Flash finally let
mass
it all out and
punch.
won.
Even with those unimaginable feats, Wally's greatest challenge was proving his worth to himself.
He's not just another Flash. He's the fastest being in the multiverse.
Dude, as soon as you finish your drink, turn yourself in.
Got me again, Flash.
Flash is such a nice guy.
Many years
You gotta
later,
love him for that.
Earth will be no more.
Yep, because these hentai aliens are gonna drop a bomb that kills everyone and transforms all the animals into furries.
Welcome to Mobius, homeworld of Sonic Maurice Hedgehog, leader of a guerrilla anthropomorphic freedom fighting group at war with the cybernetic empire of Ivo Robotnik, aka
Eggman.
So, yeah.
Really the crazy villain, in my opinion.
A little different from the video games. While leading his
Okay.
caravan Viet Cong in the fight against obesity and male pattern baldness, Sonic became a super skilled fighter. And he wasn't doing it for nothing. Robotnik had turned his entire family into robot slaves. What a dick.
Sonic
Yeah.
is fast as always, but in this timeline,
Okay.
he can turn invisible, phase through objects, and boost past light speed in the blink of an eye. He can dodge
Very
lightning
similar to
even
Flash.
in between the raindrops of a downpour.
Look at this. He grabbed water and threw it like a baseball in less than 0.0000. A lot of zeros in a millisecond. He can run around the entire cosmic interstate in less than a day, and that's a highway that
Okay.
goes through the multiverse. How does he get that way?
He could reverse a black hole generator with his momentum alone, which then imploded, somehow sending him 849,000 light years away. Sonic's speed is so impressive that he can even move through stopped time. Let me repeat that. Time was frozen and he could still move. There is no
How?
earthly
Yeah.
method of measuring such impossibility. In the words of the comic itself, Sonic's speed is incalculable.
I know the Archie Sonic comics can get weird, like really weird, but that's just crazy.
That is the one thing that makes you think crazy. That you think is crazy. Out of all of the villains and heroes you've done on this show so far, that's the thing that gets you.
You call it crazy, I call it chaos.
Just like my conception, I'm told.
No. I mean chaos as in the chaos force, an extra-dimensional field of infinite and omnipotent energy. This chaos takes physical form on Mobius in the shape of
By the time he'd scooped up 1 billion of them, the gods were so impressed they put him in a book of world records and gave him a permanent force field that makes him way tougher than anybody else.
along with shielding his spirit and mind. But that's not all. By
Okay.
gathering a large amount of chaos energy, he can transform into the almighty golden
Golden Sonic.
Eat your heart out, Akira Toriyama.
Supersonic
Hey.
possesses incredible power.
Hey,
He can
be
use
nice to
energy for defensive barriers
Toriyama,
and
alright?
beams capable
He did a
of
really
shattering
good job with
Somehow,
the original Dragon Ball and
than
DBZ.
before, and he's totally invincible. Like when he fought the demigod and possible power drink, Enerjack. This guy could rip people apart molecule by molecule.
Oh my gosh,
But
that
no dice
sounds
for
horrifying.
Supersonic.
short through overuse of power.
Okay.
However, he battled Enerjack from day into night, so it must be able to naturally last much longer than the games, potentially over
Alright.
an hour.
But that's not even his final form. If he's got
What?
something as good as a Super Emerald around, he can go Ultra.
Ultra Sonic appears to possess all of Supersonic's
Is this
abilities
like
and then some. Specifically, he can
Ultra
tap into the
Instinct
raw
except
magic
for
of
Sonic?
chaos.
Yeah, there's a bunch of wizards running around Archie Sonic Land.
Like level, changing its fundamental makeup.
Turning air to water, moving rocks around, opening portals across space-time, that kind of stuff. But while he's
You make
never
it sound
seen
so
other
casual.
living beings before, it's not totally out of the question, right, dummy?
You're correct, Boomstick.
Oh,
Although
boy.
Ultrasonic is not as proficient, this ugly monster wizard uses the same chaos magic, and he changed a partial robot rabbit into a full regular rabbit. A sentence so absurd, it likely damaged my internal processor.
Don't worry, it was never great. I took it from a refrigerator. Ultrasonic has altered his own body to better traverse difficult terrain. With all this in mind, he could theoretically be able to change the molecular makeup of
No,
others,
no.
too. Just like this.
Ow.
But if changing molecules isn't crazy enough,
I feel
we
so
need to
sorry
talk
for
about
that
something
robot.
even
I really do.
crazier.
Chaos itself. Chaos magic is typically using wishes.
Like a freaking genie. Sonic's wish to reverse brainwashing, turn back time, revive the dead, and even rewrote all reality in his whole multiverse with a Kamehameha Chaos Beam. Okay, if he can literally just wish his problems away, you'd think he'd have way less trouble dealing with a fat ginger named after breakfast food.
Honestly, he rarely
You would
did,
think.
but Sonic's a glutton for adventure and action.
And much to
Just like
Silver's
us,
carnage.
Life's not the same without his oval-shaped enemy to beat up on. So they're back at it every chance they get. Come on, guys, just get a room already.
But after being defeated so many times, both Eggman and Mogul independently came to the same conclusion. By collecting so many rings and emeralds over the years, Sonic has become a literal embodiment of chaos itself. As
Dang.
he's a variable that cannot be accounted for, a wrench in the cogs of reality. Without him even realizing it, fate bends to him.
You know you're a badass when the most powerful chaos wizard out there decides the only way to beat you is to just wait until you die of old age.
It's ridiculous, it's absurd, it's unexplainable.
It's Sonic the freaking Hedgehog.
Ooh, I like to hang, but I got a juice.
See ya, Sonic.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
But first, let me tell you about a phone-in provider that's as fast as these guys.
That was a lot of information I've had to process. Yeah, again, props to Death Battle to taking the time to do all this research. It astounds me, really. But, alright, my predictions. You know, I'm not sure. Basically, like, they said Sonic is basically, he's an agent of chaos. Like, he is like, I don't know what that exactly means, but to me it sounds like he's like on a higher plane of existence. That he himself is almost a demigod, almost. I mean, he fought a demigod and beat him. And I'm not sure, but I might have to go with my gut. I'm thinking Sonic's gonna win, but you know, like the previous Death Battle, I want Flash to win, but I think Sonic's gonna win. You know, they're both so ridiculously fast that basically, like Flash traveled to the end of existence where death doesn't even exist. That's fast. And, yeah, I really don't know. Well, there's only one way to find out. Death Battle! Yeah. Super fast. Oh, alright.
You really think you can outrun what? I'm the fastest man
Oh,
alive.
the start out of a race, okay.
Chump, I'm the fastest thing alive.
Alright, here we go. Song us with smack talk. Eating a chili dog.
Right?
Nice.
What's the matter? You too slow?
I'm waiting for the speed puns here.
Don't mess
Ooh.
with the hog's dogs.
I like the animation. Nice. Whoa. Ooh, mass punch. At least I think that was a mass punch. I could have been wrong. Come on. 1,000 punches in a single second.
Say, Uncle, flash fact. I'm out of your league.
Flash fact. Whoa.
Thanks for the speed.
Oh, he stole some of his energy?
Super Emerald? I'll show you.
Oh, I forgot that he could do that. Oh, look out.
Surprise.
There's Supersonic. Into a black hole. Oh, no. Into another dimension. Oh, here's the... Oh, that wasn't a mass punch. Oh, why do I keep saying that's the mass punch? Oh, ultrasonic? Ooh.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh, yeah. Changing the molecules of the ground, or the world around him. Fire. Oh, he phased right through it. Okay, nice. Oh, traveling through time. And space. I'm loving this. Quick. It's quick pace.
You've mastered speed, but I've mastered fate. wish you gone forever.
Oh. Yep, I forgot you could do that.
Chaos control. Linda, Jai, Iris, help me now. Huh?
What just happened? Oh, he's traveling back through time with the mass punch. Yeah, whoa. Holy crap.
So that happened.
Yeah,
Please explain.
what happened exactly?
Yes, please.
This matchup was incredibly complex. Given their speeds were impossible to calculate, speed alone was, ironically, somewhat of a non-factor in comparison. Sonic in his base form
Boomstick,
didn't
you
really
feeling
stand a
okay?
chance against Wally. Sure, he did seem to survive being launched 849,000 light years into an alien planet by a black hole imploding. However, considering he's been knocked out by far less, black holes are already imploding stars, and it seems some snow also inexplicably survived the trip. It's probably more likely the black hole acted as a sort of wormhole in its last moments and sent Sonic directly there. But if we assume Sonic was indeed blasted through space, a black hole's last moment usually results in an abrupt detonation equivalent to 5 trillion tons of TNT.
Okay,
Impressive, but the infinite mass punch could still deliver over 2 quadrillion times more power.
But
Wow.
Sonic's super forms were a different story. They had answers to almost all of Wally's skills. His chaos energy could replenish stolen speed. He was invincible, and he had freaking wish powers.
Personally, I was expecting the opposite result. Against almost anybody else, Archie's version of Sonic is practically unbeatable. But across a greater percentage of possible scenarios, Wally just happens to be the exception.
He had every counter he needed too. The speed steal wouldn't stop Supersonic, but Wally still got that stolen speed for himself.
Super and Ultrasonic were essentially batteries of unlimited kinetic energy Wally could pull from. Even with their speeds being incalculable, this meant Wally could ensure he was faster. Plus, Wally performed a lot more of those incalculable speed feats than Sonic ever did, so he technically held an experience advantage in that field.
Chaos Wish Power would be an insta-win against basically anybody, but Chaos Magic uses physical energy. And guess what? Wally could phase through reality warping energy.
And jump
Okay, hold on. I gotta read this quick. In the reboot, Chaos Force was dropped as a concept, implying the Super Genesis wave may have erased it. Even if true, Sonic likely could not affect the Speed Force in the same way. The DC multiverse is far larger, and it is unlikely Sonic can perfectly recreate the SGW as in Worlds Unite. Okay.
Or vibrate to a higher spatial dimension to avoid Sonic altogether. Even though he had no way to take down Sonic's super forms, Wally has proven capable of effortlessly moving and vibrating at top speeds for days on end.
So it wasn't too hard for him to just wait out the super forms and strike at the first good opportunity.
And when it came to Ultrasonic's ability to alter atomic structures, Wally possessed perfect control over his own individual molecules.
But hey, Sonic's the embodiment of chaos. Fate automatically bends to him or whatever.
Except Wally has broken fate a few times himself.
Yes, he
the best
has.
Example being when he ran to the end of reality and forced the concept of death itself to die.
Take that, Grim Reaper.
Simply put, Sonic's hypothesized nature as an anomaly in reality just wasn't enough protection against someone who could also break the rules of reality.
And remember, when Wally raced Barry, their speed almost tore apart the multiverse.
Both these characters understandably seem overpowered to an extreme fault, but it's
Oh,
important
you
to remember that
think?
in their respective worlds, the story comes first. Sonic was impressive, improbable, inexplainable, but Wally had the power, the counters, and the speed he needed to pull ahead in this absolutely mind-bending battle.
Oh, Boomstick.
Is kicking in.
Whiz! I ran to Jupiter! I'm a god! A speed god!
Oh
Tell me,
boy.
what cosmic insight have you learned?
Just one thing.
Oh boy.
While Sonic didn't know it, the writing was on the wall,
The winner is the Flash.
Ugh.
Watching this this episode of Death Battle.
Darn it,
Come back next
Boomstick.
week to see previews of our
I
upcoming
want to know what you learned.
Watch more stuff. You can click the boxes right around here, and you can always pick up some DVD.
All right, next time, who are we watching next? Next time, Winter Soldier versus the Red Hood. Nice. Alrighty, friends. Man, I can't wait for the next Death Battle. It looks like action, so I'm really excited for that one. That'd be the second one they've done. It's gonna be very interesting to watch. But all right, well, let's talk about this Death Battle quick. Man, there's a lot to it. You know, I could not even begin to fathom like everything that happens and that between just learning how fast and these characters can go with what you can humanly calculate, because both of them are just so fast you can't even measure their speed. But yeah, I really so far am impressed with this season of Death Battle. I mean, they're going with very intense characters that you're not really sure who's going to win, at least from my perspective. Like with Zuko and Todoroki, I wasn't really sure who was going to win, but I had a feeling one person was going to win over the other. But thankfully, this time I was wrong in my prediction. Yes, my boy Flash won, but you know, there's just like so much things. There's one thing I don't like about comic books, and I'm not saying I don't like comic books and comic book characters. It's just that, you know, how all these characters just can bend the rules of reality and physics. It's just your mind cannot comprehend that. That's why I like characters more like Batman, or more so Batman than anyone else, because he's more grounded, he's more realistic, I think. But that's a different topic. But I digress. Thank you so much for joining me in today's episode reacting to Death Battle. If you like this, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, turn notifications on, and I'll see you next time.